the main issue you have is arrogance. I don't know if you are aware of that, but that's your main issue. Mary might have tried to help you with that already, I think. And it's a big issue. And it's a big issue for many of you men here. You have a very strong feeling that your opinion is greater than God's. And you know better than God does about you and those kind of things. There's no perspective in that. And this is why you want to argue at times, and also why you want to feel like there's a feeling that you gain by having those feelings of power over your life, which is really about being terrified of dealing with some substantial, sad emotion. And most men have this deep terror about dealing with really difficult emotions. And so the key is to not avoid anything that comes up. The key is to recognise everything that comes up. Now, initially, there's a lack of sensitivity in most people's soul where you don't recognise it. It's only the big. It's only like. It's a bit like if a person comes up and punches you in the face, you know they did it. But if a person comes up and talks behind your back, you might not even know you did it. They did it. And the difference between those two actions is one is obvious and one is not so obvious. Right? Now, oftentimes we only respond to the obvious. We only deal with the obvious. And that's it, because we'd lack the emotional sensitivity to know everything that's going on. And the more arrogant we are, the more we're dealing with just the obvious. Like, you could say God's law is smacking us in the face, and we go, oh, God's law is smacking me in the face, so I've got to do something. But we don't deal with the things that are more nuanced, that where God's law is showing us there's other problems, and we are either totally zoned out, totally tuned out to those problems, or we think those things are good, and so we think we should keep them. And this is something that you face in your life, and it's something that you will need to address. You need to be more humble, more softer to your feelings. If you are more humble, then God can show you more. God's not going to show you one thing.